Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Andini. As the moderator of this group, will guide you all through this presentation. Today, we are going to present about innovative strategy to teach reading skill. Here is our group member, and here is the key points of today's presentation. The first one is introducing of teach reading skill. The second one is teaching method relevant to assign reading skill. The next is example of engaging activities for learning. And the last one is strategies for assessing student progress effectively. Okay, for the first speaker, the time is yours.
Okay, is my voice clear? Hello?
Yes, Christian.
Okay. Introduce, my name is Christian Tarigan. Now I will explain about the introduction of reading skill. Richard and Renandia define reading as the process of looking closely at written text to understand its content. Reading skills refer to the ability to understand and interpret written text. Some key reading skills include skimming, scanning, reading for detail, inferring, predicting, guessing meaning from context, identifying main idea, and spotting details. The main goal of teaching reading skills is to improve students' ability to understand authentic text. Through this learning, students are expected to be more motivated to read and to develop critical thinking skills in analyzing information. It also helps them build their vocabulary and understand language structures used in different types of text. Furthermore, students are trained to find and evaluate information from various kinds of text, such as narrative, expository, descriptive, and others. Next slide, please. Okay, the next is teaching method relevant to teaching reading skills. The first teaching method is intensive reading method. Intensive reading method is a teaching method where students read a short text very carefully and in detail. The focus is on understanding every part of the text, including vocabulary, grammar, and meaning. In this method, students focuses on accuracy and comprehension, often uses short text but rich in information of language structures. And in this method, students may translate or look up words in a dictionary. I think that's all from me. The next material will be conveyed by my friend. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Nabila Putri Alia Ashari, and I will continue the material about the teaching method that relevant when teaching a reading skill. Okay, everyone. So the second method is TBLT, or task-based language teaching method. TBLT is a very relevant for teaching reading skill because it's a combined reading activity by completing a specific assignment. In this method, students also given assignment that require them to read and also understand the text as the problem solving or to achieve a certain goals. For example, students read fiction narrative text and then they're assigned to make a summary or try to analyze what is the structure or the elements that exist in the story. So this makes reading activities more contextual and relevant and also result oriented. Okay, so the last method is CBLT, or competency-based language teaching method. CBLT is very suitable for teaching a reading skill because it emphasizes the achievement or of specific competencies that can be measured, including reading competencies. In this method, also ensure that teaching materials and the reading activities that given is according to the student needs or their context real life, so that learning becomes more relevant and applicable. On the other hand, CBLT also encourages the development of critical and analytical thinking skill in reading because students are trained to use the information in the text in the real decision making. Okay, everyone, I think that's all material that I can convey. So for the next material will be presented by my friend. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the time that given to me. I'm Yuni Oktariani, and now I will continue to explain about an example of engaging activities for learner that related to teaching a reading skill. For the first one is about jigsaw reading. According to Marleni 2017, jigsaw reading is like playing a jigsaw a puzzle where each student is in a group is given a different part and then about the story that they must read or the text. And here, student must comprehend or understanding the text in order to explain to the other friends in another group. This can help students to stimulate their mind to think freely and also act creatively. The second one is about reading dice game, or the name of the game is Roll and Tell. Reading dice game is an activity using a dice, where each number in a dice corresponds to a different task or questions. These activities can also help students to reinforce their reading comprehensions and also make reading more fun and interactive. Okay, I think that's all from me. And for the next material will be explained by my friends. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Alicia. I will continue with the material. The next example is story strip puzzle. The story strip puzzle is a reading activity where a story is cut into the part or individual sentence, and a student work together to rearrange them in the correct order. This activity helps students understand the structure and storyline while promoting discussion, collaboration, and critical thinking. Martina Beck's 2014 suggests that the students can also write the sentence from a story they understand on the paper strip, which are when placed randomly on the board. As a class, students discuss and sequence the story logically, and this hand-on activity create a fun and meaningful learning experience as the students are effectively engaged in making sense of the text. Next slide, please. Okay, the last example is giving choice. So giving choice is a strategy in a reading activity that allows students the freedom to choose, such as selecting book, topic, or character they want to explore. Cambria and Guthrie 2010 state that offering choices is a simple yet effective way to fostering a reading interest. And then for the example, the teacher provided several short a text from a different genre, and the students choose one to read, and then students write down their reason for choosing it, and students discuss their choices in small group. Okay, I think that's all from me. For the next material will be explained by my friend. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the time. My name is Ari Bude, and I will explain the strategies for assessing students' progress effectively. The first one is formative assessment. These assessments are used during instruction to check students' progress in real time and make immediate instructional adjustments. There are 4 examples in formative assessment, which is anecdotal records. While students are reading, teachers take notes on their behavior, engagement, pronunciation, and comprehension. And the second one is exit slips. A quick written reflection, for example, what was the most important in today's reading, can show comprehension and strategic thinking. And the third one is think aloud. Students explain their thinking out loud while reading, showing how they apply strategies like predicting or summarizing. And last one is reading journals. This allows students to reflect on what they read, how they understood it, and which strategy they use. The second strategy is performance-based assessments. These involve authentic tasks that demonstrate how students apply reading strategies in real-world or creative contexts. There are 3 examples to these assessments. The first one is project-based learning. Students read text and then produce something meaningful like a multimedia presentation or a creative retelling. The second one is book talks or peer teaching. Students explain a book or a reading strategy to a classmate, showing both understanding and ability to teach others. And the third one is digital storytelling. Students use tools like Canva or Book Writer to retell a story, analyze characters, or or build a plot diagram. Okay, for the last two strategies, will be explained by my friend. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. Now I would like to continue about the third and fourth strategy for assessing student progress effectively. So the third one is strategy specific assessment. When we teach student-specific reading strategies, we should also check if they are using them, not just if they understand the text. For example, first, use checklists while students read to see if they apply strategies like visualizing or summarizing. The second one is a strategy prompt such as, what question did you ask yourself while reading this part? And the last one is provide graphic organizer, like story maps or sequencing charts to help students show their thinking clearly. Okay, and the last one is use of technology for feedback. Technology gives quick and personal feedback and help us track student reading progress easily. Some helpful tools like reading apps like Read Theory or Epic adjust to each student's level and give comprehension quizzes. The second one is quizzes or Kahoot. This technology make reading checks more fun and give instant result. And the last one is Padlet or Flipgrid. This technology lets students share their understanding in creative ways like video response or online discussion. Okay, I think that's all from me. The time I give back to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone for the amazing presentation. Now I will read the conclusion of today's presentation. Reading skills are important to develop with varied methods, interesting activities, and effective assessment. The right approach makes students more active, interested, and able to understand the text in depth. Teachers also need to adapt strategies to student needs and learning contexts. Thus, the reading learning process becomes more meaningful and has a positive impact on student literacy development. Okay, everyone, I think that's all we can convey for our presentation. Thank you for your attention and have a great day. Thank you.